Hiya, I hope you're keeping well. I'm going to show you this makeup look from scratch today, just like a really simple, everyday, kind of healthy glow, wintry makeup. I hope you enjoy. I've been away for a little while and I'm so excited to get back stuck into my videos. So if there's anything in particular you want to see in the coming weeks and months, let me know and we'll go through some Christmas party makeups, things like that. As always, everything I've used is listed in the description of the video, so if you click to make it full screen, the title will come up along the top, click the arrow next to it and a full list of everything will drop down. Okay, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone today because I've been away for a few weeks and obviously now it's Black Friday and I've had a few people ask me in particular about IT Cosmetics, if they were to try something for the first time, what would I recommend? So while I'm getting ready, I'm going to show you a few things that I think you'd really like. So first of all, I'm going to prep my skin with some Clinique Moisture Surge. This is a really kind of lightweight gel texture moisturiser, perfect for undie makeup. It's a nice one if you're in a rush. You know, if you're applying loads of layers and you don't have time to wait for them to sink in between each step, this will just glide on and there'll be no messing about. Now, complexion wise, I'm going to use the original CC cream and Complexion Perfection Brush from IT Cosmetics. If you were to try two things, I'd put these really high on the list. One of the things that I always like to emphasise, and I'm going to show you today, is that what I like to do with whichever complexion product that I'm using is take a sheer wash all over my complexion and then just press a little bit more into any areas where I have more prominent redness. Recently, I think the change in weather for lots of us has impacted either how our makeup goes on or how it lasts through the day, and a lot of that I think is because we're in such extreme temperatures at the moment. You know, you go out and it's freezing cold, you're back in your house and it's boiling hot, so it's definitely something that I will get into in some of my upcoming videos. To be honest with you, the last few weeks, I had a really busy couple of weeks with work, then I was away for a week last week. It was my first kind of going anywhere since lockdown. I had a week in Yorkshire, which was absolutely lovely, met such lovely people there, but that's why I haven't really been doing as many videos. And I was saying to my friend this morning, I'm actually really looking forward now to the next few weeks, build up to Christmas, doing loads of Christmas party makeups, just anything in particular you want to see, a little refresher on how to get your lashes on, whatever it might be, we'll work through them. For reference, that was the shade Light Medium. I'm going to take a tiny bit of concealer. Essentially, I'm going out today, and as per all of those things, the fact that it's a bit cold, the fact that I'll be running about the place, even though that's quite a nice coverage now, I know where my redness is prone to showing through as the day goes on, so I'm going to get in there before that happens. I'm using the smaller end of the Complexion Perfection brush, and this is the IT Cosmetics by Under Eye Concealer in the shade Medium. Again, this would be one of the things, if you've never tried anything from it, or you're thinking what would be best to, what are the most sensible decisions? Because to be honest, this would be my big piece of advice to you with Black Friday everywhere. Think about what you're going to get the most use out of. For anyone that knows the Selfridges Birmingham team, I know a lot of people I have on here are from those days. Zoe G, one of my best friends, she's one of the personal shoppers in Selfridges. She always encourages people to invest in like the things in your routine that you're going to use the most. Like her number one thing is get yourself a great pair of jeans. And people always say, jeans? I walk my dog in the jeans. I do my school run. And she says, exactly, you're in them all the time. So make them really great. And that's how I feel about your makeup. You know, things like your concealer, CC cream, brow pencil, whatever the things are that you use the most, in my opinion, it makes most sense that they're the things that are working the best for you. Okay, ordinarily, I would just powder maybe the centre of the face. But what I want to do today is add a powder bronzer. And the thing is, if I leave this looking nice and fresh and dewy, the dewiness will mean that if you've got something dewy and you put a powder onto it, it's not necessarily going to glide over. It could potentially grab the product and make things look a bit more patchy. So what I'm doing is taking a really soft layer of translucent powder, and really all I want to do with this is create a velvet top coat to this base, so that when I come to do my bronzer in a moment, it glides on and it doesn't gather anywhere. Okay, another thing that I would say to you, if you're wanting to get something over Black Friday week that you're going to use throughout the year, it's worth investing in brushes that you really like. Another It Cosmetics one that I use really often is the One Ball powder brush. I'm going to take Sunshine in a Compact bronzer, and this is a really large, fluffy brush, densely packed with bristles. And what it means is that you pick up a lot of product, but it kind of buffs it out in a really seamless, airbrushed way. I blow dried my hair before I started making this, and I can see it like getting bigger and bigger. I need to put some hairspray on it, but anyway, we'll do that in a moment. Warmed up, bronzed. I'm going to do a really quick smoky eye today, and this is something that I think I put it in like a reels, and I had loads of questions about it and I've not used it. Laura Mercier do the most incredible shadow sticks. I really love them. This particular collection, it's quite a recent one, of these kind of rustic rose gold, plum, champagne kind of colours. I really think these are the kinds of colours that are going to suit so many different eye colours. This is the shade Forbidden Rose. You know how I'm always talking about things like Antiqued from MAC and these kinds of copper colours? It's beautiful, so I'm going to go in with this. Before I do that, however, I'm going to take, let me show you the two next to each other. This is the Peaches and Cream Dynasty eyeliner. I'll probably do a separate Peaches video for you. That's one of my most recommended brands. They're so affordable anyway, really great quality. But over Black Friday weekend, like, you'd get such great stuff that would last you a long time. These liners are really creamy, so they glide on really easily. And then this particular colour, there's a couple like this. You get lots of definition, but it's not jet black, so it will warm up the eyes, and then by the time I add that to it, it'll look lovely. Okay, Forbidden Rose. The joy of things like this is that if you're someone that either doesn't have enough time, or quite frankly doesn't have the patience, which is a lot of us, and I don't blame you, or if you struggle with things like blending, you'll love this. Now you can use your fingers. I'm just going to use, because I've got them next to me, let me find what kind of brush I'm going to use. Ideally, you would like to use something synthetic and just buff the edge of this. But honestly, for a really quick, easy, smoky eye, creamy sticks are really the way to go. And you see, as you can see here, what will happen is by the time you've rubbed it in, it really softens. And I'm going to do this on each side first of all, and then you get this lovely gradient. The more you repeat that step and just add, blend, repeat, you get this great mixture of a very soft blended socket and a bit more colour on the actual lid. Depending on where you get your creamy sticks from, I mean, lots of brands do sticks like this. Lots of them as well, when they dry, they don't move. And like, I think we all have our things with our makeup. One of mine is that on a cold day like today, when I go outdoors, my eyes will stream. I know they will. And so having something on that isn't going to go walkabouts when that happens is very important to me. Okay, and I'm going to take that underneath as well. And can you see already, that's just made the blue look a little bit more blue. Now, that's nice and smudgy. I'm happy with that. If you wanted to, let me just say for argument's sake, I've got soft brown here from MAC. You could also then just kind of add some powders on top to set them into place, or go over if you've got any patches that you're thinking, oh, I wish that looked a bit more blended. This is where a little tickle of eyeshadow, you could have even used your bronzer for that, can make a big difference in pulling the whole thing together. Okay, brows are going on. This is the It Cosmetics Brow Power, and now, because I just told you, I know my eyes are going to water. For that reason, I'm going to use a tubing mascara. It's a slightly different technology, and it wraps your lashes in like a rubbery polymer. I've done a video about this on my reels before, but ultimately, if my eyes do run, it's not going to stream. This is the Clinique Lash Power that I'm going to use. There's some great ones. The Victoria Beckham Future Lash is a really lovely one. Urban Decay Lash Freak in the green tube is a tubing mascara. So there's plenty to choose from. Whenever I mention tubing mascaras, there's a L'Oreal one that a lot of people say that they use. I haven't used that yet. I'll have to find it and try it and let you know how I get on. But that one comes really highly recommended. Okay, and then this is one of my favourite launches probably of the year so far. I want to show you Victoria Beckham's cream blushes. I think whenever a celebrity brings out a makeup line, you think, oh, here we go, what's this going to be like then? Victoria Beckham's makeup is fantastic. I know I just mentioned the Future Lash mascara. That's one of my favourite ever mascaras. The lipsticks are lovely. I feel like she's really bringing out, bit by bit, brilliant staples. And Sarah Creel, who I don't know what her official title is within the brand. I'm sure she's very, very co-founder or something. I went on a training with her years ago. I'm going to put this on while I tell you this. I went on a training with her years ago because she used to be with Lauder. And do you remember the Estee edit? And Kendall Jenner was the face of it. And it was like this blue and white new kind of franchise for Estee Lauder. They had their own counter space. It was a really, really big deal. It was actually one of my favourite like memories of Selfridges is when that launched. Another throwback, but did you have Kendall's Estee Lauder lipstick by any chance? It was this gorgeous orange red. I've still got mine. But basically, I went on a training with Sarah Creel when that launched, and I remember thinking, oh my God, like she was so lovely, so knowledgeable. So that's who's with Victoria Beckham. Finishing off, I'm going to use, no prizes for guessing that I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Liner. I really do need to change the tune on this one. The thing is though, my favourite tip to you would be, find a lip liner that's a pretty perfect match for your lips, and then whatever you put it with, it's going to work, and that's what Pillow Talk is for me. And then the perfect combo with this, another It Cosmetics fave, the Je ne sais quoi lip balms. They're basically a really lovely buttery lip balm, but they flush to a shade of pink and they work with your lip colour. So one of the things I really like is that you don't have to choose a shade, you just know that it's going to tint for you, but also it does also stay in your lips. So let's say in a few hours time, when I've had loads of tea and not really looked at my lips, I'll still have a wash of colour there because it wasn't just coming from the actual moisture. Does that make sense? So that is definitely one I'd really recommend you have a look at too. You know what? Why stop here? It's been a while since I did a video. I'm just gonna tap in a little touch of the MAC cream colour base in Hush. These are really lovely kind of pearlescent creams in various shades, and Hush, I would say, verges on like a hint of peachy without being glittery, and it just gives you that kind of, you've had a bit more time in bed than you have glow of sleep, which I certainly haven't had this week, so I'll take it where I can get it. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed. I've really missed doing my videos. I can't wait now for the next few weeks to just get back stuck into them. That in mind, if there's something in particular you want to see, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll work on it in a video. Also a little sense check actually. I usually try and focus on technique, makeup, that kind of thing. But I've got a lot of Christmas newness. Are you interested in a gift guide? I don't really know if that's what you'd like to see. If you would, I'll happily do it. Or if you're just here for the, this is how you apply your eyeshadow, that's okay too. But anyway, have a lovely rest of your evening and I'll look forward to talking to you soon.